One very good thing is that a lot of guitarists are now picking up a classical guitar and exploring that side of music. There has been a steady increase in the demand of classical guitars, especially with the introduction of Trinity classical guitar playing in a lot of schools. So this is a lovely news because this is one of those instruments that is really lovely to play and it sounds great, and it's even an introduction of the fingerstyle playing to guitarists. We haven't really done many videos on classical guitars, so here we are introducing some beginner to intermediate classical guitars from the brand Cordoba, one of the leading classical guitar manufacturers in the world. Here we have the Cordoba C1M, the C3m and the C5 over here. We are going to do a comparison in sound and specifications. So without any further delay, let's get right at it. If you are new to the world of classical guitars, let me do a small introduction. This is how a classical guitar looks, which has nylon strings as opposed to your steel strings on a regular acoustic guitar. The keys are usually facing towards here instead of facing topward on the acoustic guitar. Usually the classical guitar doesn't really come with strap nuts generally, and it is very light in weight as compared to an acoustic guitar. The most played style on the classical guitar is fingerstyle, along with a lot of chords, of course, and there are a lot of classical guitar pieces available for practice on this kind of a guitar. Speaking about the brand Cordoba, this is an American brand found in 1997 and it was later acquired by Yamaha Group in 2023. The quality of this guitar has been consistent across all these years. So if you are a classical guitar player, you probably know this particular brand, and if you have never heard of it, may this video be an introduction for you. In this video we have three models. This what I'm holding over here is the C1M. Over here we have C3m and here we have the C5-CD. In terms of price range, this is the cheapest. Second is the C3, and here we have the intermediate category, the C5. If you want to check the price and the discounts available on all these models, the links are in the description and you can visit our website johnsmusic.in and find your deals. Now getting into the specifications, we have the C1M over here. This out of all the three guitars is the laminate top option. So this essentially becomes your entry level into your classical guitars, especially in the brand Cordoba. We have a laminate spruce top and laminate mahogany over here. We have a mahogany neck, golden tuning keys, and we have a power ferro fretboard as well as bridge. The guitar is constructed really well and it sounds very good for an entry-level beginner guitar. Coming to the next model, the Cordoba C3m. I'm guessing the M stands for matte. Both these guitars are matte as opposed to this one, which is glossy. We'll soon get into it. Speaking about the wood specifications, we have a solid western cedar top, which is one of those most preferred wood when it comes to a classical guitar. The cedar brings out a kind of warmth in the guitar, which is not something that spruce brings out. Spruce brings out in a more brighter fashion, and the cedar is very commonly used in a classical guitar even by big luthiers across the world. The back and sides are mahogany. We can spot a difference in the quality of the mahogany even though this is laminated. And here we have a mahogany neck. The rest of the specifications are similar. We have power ferro fretboard as well as the bridge. However, there is a little quality difference that I can spot, especially in the bridge. The tuning keys, for some reason, in a higher model is given silver. The gold looks a little more premium in that sense. This is a silver tuning key, a good quality tuning key overall. Coming to the more intermediate category in this line of guitars, this is the Cordoba C5. This one is a high gloss finish. I'm going to show it against the light, how it looks. And even the back and sides are all glossy. Even the neck is all glossy as compared to your C1 and C3. This one also is a solid cedar top with mahogany back and sides. The grade of the mahogany on this one looks much better than the C3 over here. And we have again golden tuning keys, but a very big difference is the quality of the tuning keys is very different. This is much smoother as compared to both of them. I am guessing it's because of the gear over here. The gear is a very good quality one on the C5, so the tuning keys are really smooth as compared to both the guitars. The fretboard and the bridge again are of power ferro. In case you do not know about this wood, this is an alternate used instead of rosewood because rosewood availability in the world has been declining. So a lot of manufacturers are now using power ferro as an alternate of rosewood. And honestly, you cannot really spot much difference. Of course, there is a difference, but the look and feel is more like the rosewood, a little less darker, of course. All the three guitars have a very subtle logo over here without being loud about the brand. The brand name is written inside the sound hole in a sticker form. Now, in case you're wondering, both are cedar solid top and still the pricing on this one is quite higher. The quality of the cedar or the grade of the wood is what makes the difference. This one has a superior quality of wood for sure. So that was more or less all the specifications and comparisons of these three models. We are going to check out how these guitars sound on some classical piece, and so that you can understand which guitar is for you. Now, most people, when they are starting their classical guitar journey, they usually prefer one of those most known models, Yamaha C40. There is even a C70 and C80, and while those guitars sound really good for the price, there is one major problem that exists. That is the lack of truss rod. Now, classical guitars originally were never having truss rod because of the tension being lower than a steel string guitar. So construction wise, that is a right way. But however, when we speak India as a country, there's a lot of humid states in the country and the neck bends to such an extent that it becomes unplayable. So a truss rod is a very important factor, especially in India, or else if you are watching this video from some tropical country, you are near to a beach where the humidity is off the charts. None of your guitars can end up taking that kind of humidity. They tend to bend so much and the repair is quite difficult, which cannot be done from a regular person's point of view. It has to be taken to a luthier. But however, when the truss rod is included, even a person who finds the neck a little bent can correct it with the help of an Allen key, which is usually provided along with the guitar. So that is the reason we are strongly suggesting to buy classical guitars with truss rod, especially if you are in a humid area. This also applies to places with very low humidity where the neck can bend reverse and then your frets can buzz. So it applies to both these regions. If you are in the proper humidity area between the 45 to 55%, you do not have problems with most of your guitars. Otherwise, guitars do face problems including belly bulge and neck warp. Even the beginner model of Cordoba, the C1M, sounded really good and as good as a guitar which can cost about say 25,000 rupees. The C3m was an immediate upgrade in sound where we could feel a little more clarity in the notes overall. The cedar top brought some warmth to the overall sound and the classical piece that was played in this video sounded much better. Coming to what we observed with the C5-CD, there was an immediate upgrade in sound. The presence, the clarity of the notes was much better. we felt that this piece was almost sounding as good as the original with the C5-CD. So if you are a beginner who has the kind of budget for the C5-CD, this is an ultimate purchase because you would not lack a guitar even when you become an intermediate. And if you are an intermediate classical guitar player, this is the model you should be choosing instead of the C3 or the C1. In case you are a beginner, C1M already is a great classical guitar to begin with. And if you have the budget, you should go for the C3 for the warm sound it offers. In case you are a person who wants to connect your classical guitar into a live situation or even in studio, this particular model, the C1M, comes in an electroacoustic variant, which is the C1CE, which is also available on our website. That particular guitar has a cutaway, so you can access the higher frets as well. So that guitar offers two advantages: one, the electroacoustic part, and as well as the cutaway. Speaking about the accessories, all these three guitars do not come with any accessories. There is no bag provided by Cordoba on any of these three guitars. If you would like to add a bag in your purchase, you can check out the links in the description. We have added suggestions for the bags that is suitable for these guitars. All these three guitars comes with normal tension strings, so in case you like hard tension strings, you can place an order with us for that and we can change the strings into a new one. The most suggested string is the Pro Arte by D'Addario, which is available in the normal as well as hard tension. Really good strings, and if you want us to install those strings before the dispatch, please do let us know and we can get it done. So final verdict of the Cordoba C series, the C1M, C3 and C5, really good guitars to begin with. So if you're a beginner, the C1M is very much suggested. If you are a serious beginner, the C3M is suggested. And if you are a beginner to intermediate or a beginner who really wants great quality sound right from the beginning, the C5-CD has to be your choice. If you are an advanced player, there is a particular model of this one which is C7 as well as C9. Those are fantastic guitars which we could not get our hands on because this particular video we kept it of guitars under the 40,000 Indian rupees, and that comparison seemed fair. We couldn't really compare it with C7 and C9. Those are priced way apart. So if you are a person who is serious about classical guitar playing and in the advanced level, you should definitely check out these models. So that was all for today. We hope to do some more classical guitars in the future. So if you have any recommendations for us to do, please leave it as a comment and we can totally work it out. If you're new here, please do consider subscribing to our channel as it is a great motivation for us to put videos out. And if you are our previous subscriber, thank you so much for all the support on our YouTube as well as our website. If you have any further doubts or queries, please feel free to reach us on our call and WhatsApp support, and we are here to help you out. Our physical stores are in Mumbai and Pune, and you can check out a lot of instruments in our stores as well. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon with some more product reviews and educational content. Until then, bye bye.